And welcome back to episode number 2. This is Country Doctor Nutrition Show. I'm Dan Young, the Country Doctor, here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And feedback from episode 1 had some improvements that we wanted to try and make in the second shooting of our segments here for the nutrition show. So what we're going to do is try and film it in a little different capture. The audio came through really great, as many of you said. That was fine, but a lot of the materials that we tried to show during the filming just didn't have good quality. So we are a work in progress. This is just episode 2, and want to welcome you back. Thank you for taking time to be with us. Today we're going to cover just a brief education piece, some of the things that we offer people so that they can, again, continue to build on that really good foundation to understand our philosophy, to know where we've come from in the last 15 years of clinical practice, and how the things that we have to offer can benefit you, whether you're here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, or in Denver, or all the way across the country in St. Louis. Doesn't matter. Wherever you're at in the country, wherever you're at in the world, actually, you can certainly benefit from, I believe, the things that we have to offer. So let me go back also and correct some things regarding our contact information. Let's see if we can't get a little better shot of that this time. It's a lot more easily to read and make out on the video for people so they can contact us. Please do remember, submit your comments and your suggestions about future episodes, as we are very excited about bringing that education to you. And speaking of education, over the years we've been very fortunate to capture some of our more important basic classes that we've offered to people here in Cheyenne and in other areas. Actually, as far north as Casper and Gillette, as far over west as Rollins and Green River. We go into Scotts Bluff and also down into southern Colorado, Colorado Springs area. So we've got a very large area that we love to travel and do classes. And oh, by the way, if you're watching this video and have an association or a company that you'd like us to come in and have me give a lecture or a talk on a specific health issues or any kind of health talk like that you'd like designed for your organization, by all means feel welcome to contact me, and we can certainly work out the details for that as well. The things that we've captured audibly and video, we've got 3 here that I want to make sure people are aware of. The first one is an audio that was done about 8 years ago at the local radio station. It's called Why Nutritional Therapy. That may or may not come through on the video. We'll see. Again, this is a work in progress. It's about a 20-minute audio. It's wonderful. It's a question-based audio and several testimonials from some of our clients who were able to show up at the radio station and share their experience with nutritional therapy. The next one is the clinic orientation class. This is also about 20 minutes. This is the class, a DVD form actually, of the orientation class that we have all of our new customers come through and sit in with me for about 35 minutes so that they really walk away with a really good understanding of what their role is. What are their responsibilities in terms of taking more control, more responsibility of their own health, of identifying those dietary and lifestyle stressors that are contributing to their ill health, and what they can do to correct it. It also covers the top 5 stressors that we find clinically. 5 stressors meaning those things that stand in the way of people getting better. So that's covered very well in that DVD. And finally, the basic nutrition class. This is a class that we videotaped. It's a little over an hour and 20 minutes long. And all of this together is about 2 hours worth of information. Contact the office number that was on the contact sheet there, and we'll show you how to get a hold of that material. We'll get that shot out to you. We'd love to have you have this information, and then also give us your feedback and pose questions and really get involved with us, interact with us. We want to be positioned, and we are positioned here locally as a resource to our community. We don't have people just come here and do their exams or come in for their appointments and get their nutritional therapy and go home, and we don't see them for a month or 6 weeks. We're in contact with people on a daily basis, even through the weekend. They know that they can use us as a resource, and we want you, the viewer, to understand you can use this as a resource as well. So this is some of the best initial education that you can get your hands on. So get a hold of us, and we'll make sure and get that out to you. And accompanied with that is some handout materials, and I mean a lot of reference material here. This is what we actually give out in just the basic nutrition class alone. And to give you an idea of some of the things that are here, we talk about the top 6 foods to avoid and why. What happens when every time you eat something or you ingest it, what does the body have to do with it? There's 3 key things, and it's covered right here. Nightshade foods. Foods to avoid if you have a chronic pain issue. If you're a viewer and you're watching this for the first time or just getting introduced to our station, our channel, and you have chronic pain, this is one flyer and a reference material of a book that was written that you're going to definitely want to get your hands on. I don't think we need to go into a whole lot regarding got milk, but that's what this flyer is entitled. 7 out of 10 people that drink milk on a regular basis have some type of a sensitivity to it, almost an allergy, if you will, and it'll manifest in various ways. And this helps to clarify that. You might be suffering from that, didn't even know it. This will help you get that clarified. Water versus Coke, banana fact sheet, 146 reasons why to avoid sugar and why it's ruining your health. I can't imagine anybody who's serious about their health needing more than 3 or 4 good reasons to avoid sugar, but apparently we do. Unfortunately, it's just such an addictive substance, and it's found its way into almost every aspect of the standard American diet, which, as you've probably heard, is abbreviated as SAD. And this gives you some really good reference material on that. The cholesterol myths and lies, foods to eat and why, the fast fat burning program. I mean, just goes on and on and on. For bakers, great information on what you can do to substitute white sugars and powdered sugars and get a lot better sugar sweetening concentrates in there for your baking goods. Dietary, there's recipes, book lists. This is absolutely just packed with information that our customers over the last 15 years have found invaluable to have in their library and to research, go back to on a regular basis and review and stay familiar with the basics. The basics, the basics, the basics. I talked about this in episode 1. We talked about there's only about a half a dozen things that's going to make the majority of the difference in your overall health. And when I mean majority, that is 80% or better. Diet and lifestyle are 2 of those half dozen things. We have to stay focused on that and develop those disciplines over time. And it's not easy. You're looking at somebody who had a sugar addiction. You're looking at somebody who had, in the past, a lousy diet and the effects in ill health because of that diet. And if I can change and do the things I need to do to develop the disciplines to get away from that over time, I'm telling you anybody can. But it takes some guidance. It takes good coaching. It takes proven approaches like what we've been offering here at Country Doctor for many, many years. So let me finish up this segment by sharing with you again how to get in touch with us. Please submit your comments and your recommendations. Hopefully this second attempt, episode 2, comes through in a much better way in terms of the visual side of what we're sharing with you today. And thank you again so much for tuning in. We'll see you again in episode 3, which we're going to start our cleanses. And we've got 5 basic cleanses. I'll share with you up front what they are. We start with the bowel, then we go liver, kidney, bladder, we go lymphatic, and then immune system. And we're going to do it in that order, and we're going to give you a segment on each one of those and really start breaking down into the foundational basics of what you, the viewer, need to be aware of and do in order to greatly improve your health. Thank you again for watching. This is Dan Young, Country Doctor Nutritional Show, saying see you in the next episode.